neighbours. Everybody needs good neighbours with a little understanding. You can find the perfect blend. Neighbours should be there for one another. That's when good neighbours become good friends.
Hey, Madge. Is that son of yours I'm after? I can see you, you little weasel.
No, you can't just come barging in here like this.
Come on, Madge. None of the blokes blame you for what he's done. But Steve and me want our money. And I'm not going till I get it.
Look, Ivan, mate, I haven't forgotten I owe you and Steve. You'll get your money.
Too right, we will. Because you're going to give it to me now.
I'm still trying to figure out how much I owe people. What with the race being called off and everyone hassling me.
I want me money. And I'm going to get it if I have to thump it out of
Oh,
you.
no, you won't. Now, I'm not going to put up with this sort of behaviour in the waterhole, and I certainly am not going to put up with it in my own home.
Come on, Madge, he owes us.
You've got a short memory, Ivan. If it wasn't for me, you would have been thrown out of the waterhole for good and all. And how many times have I put you in a cab and sent you home when you were so drunk that you didn't know who you were, let alone where you were going?
I got nothing against you, Madge.
Well, I suggest that if you want any more drinks in the waterhole, you better learn some manners.
A bet's a bet.
Give him something on account, Henry.
Yeah. There you go.
Steve's not going to like this.
He'll get his money, and so will you. You have my word.
I know you're a straight shooter, Madge. But I'm telling you, you better pay up quick, mate. Because next time you might not have your mother's skirts to hide behind.
Thanks, Mum. You were great. You had Ivan eating out of your hand.
Henry, you are going to pay back every cent you owe.
Oh, I'm no Welcher, Mum. I told you that.
Maybe not, but you certainly learn your lessons the hard way, don't you? And another thing, you are never to gamble again, ever. Is that understood?
You can bet your bottom dollar on it, Mum.
Funny, Henry.
Interesting, isn't it? Young ones did their utmost to reunite Ramsay Street while their respective parents are sitting at home sulking like children.
You think we oldies ought to take the hint?
Well, the kids had the right attitude right from the start.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Mike wasn't too thrilled when Scott beat him in the swimming race.
Oh, he bounced back. And what about Charlene? She would have won that race if she hadn't stopped to help Jane. That's what I call being a good sport.
Yeah, I think you're right. We are the ones who caused the feud in Ramsay Street.
Yes, and we've had more than enough of those over the years.
Well, after the race tomorrow, between Des and me, we can forget the whole thing.
You can go better than that. Cancel it.
Oh, I couldn't do that to Des.
Why not?
Well, if you knew what he put himself through to get this far, you'd understand.
You could at least ask him.
Oh, no, I couldn't. No, he wouldn't quit now anyway.
You know, sometimes I think men never grow up. Do you have to go on that run tomorrow?
Well, it's important to Jim. I reckon he needs to know that he can still beat a younger bloke.
And it's important to you to prove he can't.
Daph, I'm going. So no more arguments.
And why don't you settle it like the boys do? 10 laps of the pool instead.
Terrific idea, just one hitch. I can't swim.
You can't swim.
Well, I've never given myself a chance to learn. I'm scared stiff of the water.
Des, you've been to the beach with me heaps of times.
Ah, but if you'd noticed, I never get out of my depth.
You've never mentioned it before.
Oh, it's not the sort of thing a bloke likes to advertise.
Why are you so scared?
Well, when I was about 6, I suppose, my dad took me to the lake near home and just like that, chucked me in the water.
It's a wonder you didn't drown.
Oh, I damn near did. I started to panic. I started thrashing around and screaming for him to come and get me. He thought it was a great joke. Only way to teach a kid. Guess it's called making a man out of you.
What a mean, rotten thing to do.
Oh, to be fair to Dad, I mean, he thought he was doing the right thing. That's how he learned how to swim.
Poor Des. I'm sorry I brought up such a dumb idea.
You weren't to know. But if I've got to do anything, I'd rather do running than swimming.
I won't say another word. Promise. See, I told you all you needed was a good night's sleep.
You can take over my coaching anytime. I like your methods.
Now, warm jumper.
I think you're overdoing it a bit, Daff. Jim said a basic emergency kit.
I'm just making sure. Water flask and towel.
Yeah, and don't worry about packing my togs. Like I said last night.
No togs, Des. And there's your lunch.
Now that is important.
Save your strength, I'll get it. Hi, come in.
Thank you. Des?
You sure you two aren't secretly going off on some fishing trip?
Just the bare essentials.
Because I packed it, of course.
Although from the weight of it, you'd think that she'd pack the Boy Scout just to be sure.
Sounds like a good idea.
Daff, we're not going cross-country. We agreed to stick to the roads. Now, whose car should we take? Mine?
Fine by me.
I don't see why Helen and I can't at least drive there with you.
Now, you don't want to see your boy loose, do you?
Famous last words, mate.
Well, the sooner we're off, the sooner we'll be home.
Now, for heaven's sake, if you feel as if you've bitten off more than you can chew, just have the brains to call it a day.
And Des, if you get so much as a twinge in your back, call the race off. Promise?
I'll be fine, Kirk.
Would you two stop treating us like a couple of crocs?
I'll have the liniment ready.
Well, aren't you going to wish me luck?
Just come back in one piece, OK?
Jim's the one who's going to need the Band-Aids.
And may the best man... Well, forget I said that. There's enough shooting in Roundhay Street at the moment.
See you tonight about 6-ish, all right?
Good luck.
See you, Helen.
Fine. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Wish we could have talked them out of it.
Don't fret. I'll be all right.
Well, maybe it's my delicate condition, as it's called, but I don't like it. I don't like it one little bit.
Nan, are you sure you're up to going to church?
Oh, it would take more than stiff knees to keep me away from Sunday service.
No, ease up. You're sure to be a bit sore after all that cycling yesterday?
I'm afraid I am. Mr. Bishop, would it inconvenience you to drive us? Just this one?
Of course not, Mrs. Mannell.
Thank you so much.
I'll just go over and tell Madge.
I'm sure she'll understand.
Yes, I won't be long.
Nan, I know you're feeling a bit creaky after your bike ride, but well, Mr. Bishop usually walks Mrs. Mitchell to church.
If Madge Mitchell hasn't got the decency to allow Mr. Bishop to do me a good turn, then she has no right to be going to church. Perhaps it's time that Mr. Bishop saw that woman in her true colours. He just might have second thoughts.
Oh, dear, what have I done with my gloves?
Haven't got a clue, mate.
Wouldn't hurt you to come with me, Henry.
I think I better square myself with Ivan and the other blokes before I try and get a good word in upstairs.
Don't be blasphemous. How's it going?
If I can get a few odd jobs, I reckon I can pay the blokes back in 4, say 5 weeks at the most.
I hope so. We don't want the likes of Ivan making regular house calls.
I've got to hand it to you, Mum. You really put the skids under him.
Yes, I did, didn't I?
A year ago, he'd have scared the pants off you.
Henry! Actually, you're quite right. Working at the waterholes taught me a few things.
Like you always said to us as kids, life is one long lesson. And we must never stop learning, must we, Mum?
What are you getting at, Henry?
Now, you were pretty rough on Harold yesterday.
Oh, don't you start, please. I've already had enough from Charlene.
Well, you were.
Well, he asked me to marry him, right? And when I lose my bike race, does he console me? No, he's all over that Mangle woman like a rash.
Well, perhaps he's trying to get her to cut back on his board. Seriously, Mum, you were rough.
Yes, I suppose I was a bit.
He really likes you. And he's a good bloke.
Yes, I know he is. I don't know why I'm bothering to go to church. I've already had a very interesting sermon from my son. Yes, Harold, all ready.
Morning, Henry.
G'day, Harold.
And how are you this morning, Madge?
Very well, thanks, Harold. And looking forward to a little more gentle exercise than yesterday. How's the weather for walking?
I thought we'd drive.
Oh, must we?
Well, Mrs. Mangle isn't feeling the best, so I said I'd give her and Jane a lift.
Oh.
You don't mind, do you?
No, Harold. By all means, give the poor old thing a lift. But if you don't mind, I'd prefer to walk myself.
Well, I couldn't refuse her, man.
No, obviously. Very Christian of you, Harold, I'm sure.
You sure you read that map right? Trust him, my boy, trust him. I haven't been this far from civilization since Mum used to send me to scout camp when I was 12.
Just follow the road and you'll be fine.
What are you doing?
Sorting out the essentials. Helen tends to go overboard. You'd be advised to do the same thing, you know.
Yeah, I think Daph went out at the top too.
Got a water bottle?
Yep.
Well, in 20 kilometres a day, could get pretty dry.
Oh. Yeah. One of those. Brought enough of that.
Oh, thanks, mate. I should have thought of that myself. It's great.
Well, you mean chocolate's good for runners?
The chocolate's made of sugar, sugar's energy, and we're going to need all we can get before today's over. Oh, first aid kit.
Why are you trying to demoralise me before we even get started?
Just a precaution, mate, just a precaution. And this is essential.
You're kidding.
Well, how am I going to find you when you get lost?
Me? No chance, pal.
Well, if either of us get lost. Right, you ready?
Lock it.
Right, okay. Marks. Sit. Wait for the go. On your marks. Sit. Go. See you back at the car park.
It was bad enough Madge Mitchell refusing to drive with us, but to ignore us throughout the whole service, well, I certainly don't call that Christian behaviour.
But it was a good service, though, wasn't it?
Well, it was wasted on her. She doesn't know the meaning of turning the other cheek.
You do, don't you, Nan?
My whole life has been based on just that principle. Let the Robinsons slander and malign me. I hope I have the spiritual strength to keep my dignity, to turn quietly away.
But does that mean you've changed your mind about sitting for Mrs. Daniels?
Most certainly not. She's no better than the rest of the Robinson clan. They're all tarred with the same brush.
Well, I suppose after what you said yesterday, she's already painting something else for her art exhibition.
Well, that's no concern of mine.
Well, it's a shame, really. I mean, a portrait of you in an art exhibition, it could have become quite valuable. And Mrs. Daniels was going to give it to you. Oh, well. An unfinished painting isn't really worth very much.
Not much at all, I shouldn't think.
I don't blame you, though, Nan. I mean, turning the other cheek, as far as the Robinson's concerned, isn't very easy for you. Would you like me to make lunch?
Perhaps I was a little hasty with Mrs. Daniels yesterday. After all, she's not responsible for her grandson's despicable behaviour towards his employees. Yes, perhaps it is better to forgive, even though it's not always easy to forget. Oh, Mr. Bishop, will you be eating with us or lunching with Mrs. Mitchell?
I'll have lunch here, if that's no trouble.
No, of course not. Jane will see to it. I must go and see Mrs. Daniels.
I take it your grandmother has decided to sit for her portrait after all.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's very decent of her.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
Oh, Mrs. Daniels, good morning.
Morning.
I felt I should let you know I will continue to sit for my portrait.
Oh, I wouldn't want you to do it against your will.
I'm aware that you've put in a lot of work and time, valuable time. It would be wrong to see that wasted.
Well, I'm glad you see it that way, Nell. Well, it's high time that we forgot all about this ridiculous race and let bygones be bygones.
I realised in church this morning that I had a duty towards you, but that doesn't include the rest of the Robinson household.
Was it a good service?
Very. It's a pity you missed it.
I had to get Jim off to an early start for his run with Des this morning.
Oh. One would have hoped the two grown men had something more dignified to do on the Sabbath. But some people just don't seem to know how to grow old gracefully, do they?
This one's probably not worth doing either.
I might get enough for a few beers.
Hey! You two!
Oh, rack off, Grandad.
I'm not standing. The telephones are here for emergencies, not for fools like you to smash up when the mood takes you.
You better keep running if you know what's good for you.
I'm not going to let you smash the telephone box.
How do you figure on stopping us, old man?
Yeah, come on, try it.
What's this? How you guys get your kicks, is it? Gang up on blokes with iron bars, eh?
Nothing much else to do around here on a Sunday morning.
Hey, here's another one. What's going on here?
Oh, g'day, mate. How far behind are the others?
What?
The others, how far behind?
Oh, about 30 seconds.
Right, so do you want to take the two of us on and 20 other guys who are 20 seconds behind?
30.
30 seconds behind? Thanks, mate.
Oh, were they after you or the phone box?
Both.
Well, I hate to say this, but it gave me a chance to catch up with you. What do we do now?
I guess we start off even. I owe you that much.
Suits me.
Okay, ready?
Ready, set, go!
They were having us on. You reckon? We haven't seen any other runners, right? They were bluffing. Let's get them. Yeah, about time someone taught that old joker a lesson.
Nell, you really must sit still.
My leg's cramped. And I really do feel just a little bit faint. Would it be too much to ask for a cup of tea?
Very well.
Oh, I have got to let off steam to someone.
What's wrong?
I could cheerfully screw Mrs. Mangle's neck.
Madge.
Do you know she pushed Harold into driving her to church? And then she made sure she found a pew where there was no room for me. And you'd swear she was trying to drive a wedge between us.
If you wish to make wild accusations against me, Mrs. Mitchell, I'd prefer you did it to my face.
Well, you've just saved me the trouble, haven't you?
I can assure you that Mr. Bishop was only too happy to drive Jane and myself. He's so good-natured. But then he needs to be to put up with the likes of you and your children.
Please, stop this, both of you.
I didn't start it. And I have no wish to associate with any member of the Mitchell family. They brought nothing but disgrace to Ramsay Street.
At least I didn't get sacked from my job. See you later, Helen.
Oh, by the way, don't bother to set a place at lunch for Mr. Bishop. He's dining with Jane and me.
Take it easy, Mum. The butcher already killed it.
Just wish it was Mrs. Mangle's neck.
She really got to you, didn't she? Mum, relax. It's Sunday.
Yes. And that two-faced old cow sat through church as if butter wouldn't melt in her mouth. She should be run out of errands, bruv.
Well, you'd better calm down before Harold comes over for lunch.
Oh, no, he's not coming. He's eating with his landlady. Good. At least we can have some decent food for a change. Hope he chokes on his string beans.
Now, come off it. You like Harold.
If Mr. Bishop prefers to share his meals with that poisonous old crone, well, that's fine by me. Well, she can do his washing and do his ironing and look after his digestion. I don't know why he wants to get married at all with all that tender loving care being poured over him by the bucketful. No, he can stay there for keeps. Just welcome to him, the two-faced old biddy.
Here was I this morning saying how smart you were.
Don't start, Henry.
I wouldn't be game while you've got that mallet in your fist. You know you're playing right into Mrs. Mangle's hands, though, don't you? I can just imagine the version she's giving Harold of what went on between you at the Robinsons.
Oh, Harold knows me better than that.
I don't know. You've given him a couple of shocks lately. He's not too sure how things stand.
Yes. She's poisoned more suspicious minds than Harold's.
I reckon if you want him to stick around, You should be a bit kinder to old Lady Mangle.
Ha! No, she's not going to get off the hook that easily.
Well, it's up to you, Mum. I wouldn't waste too much time making up my mind. He's not going to hang around forever.
There he is, quick.
Everybody needs good neighbors with a little understanding. You can find the perfect blend. Neighbors should be there for one another. That's when good neighbors become good friends.
Des? Oh, Des.
No. No. It would help if you didn't move your eyes.
It's not my fault. There's a fly here somewhere.
I'll get the spray.
Heavens, no, not with my sinuses. It's like the kitchen at the hotel. I told Paul we needed new screens.
I'm really not concerned about the hotel kitchen or the screens. Now, please sit still.
I don't know why I should be so concerned anyway. The dedication I showed, the hours of overtime, the man's a fool.
Very probably.
Apart from the humiliation he caused, there's Jane to consider. And it really is so difficult to make ends meet. And the way things are heading financially, well, the writing could be on the wall.
With your talents, you'll find another job.
I doubt it, Mrs. Daniels. No, I'm finished. Paul's seen to that.
He can be very stubborn when needs be.
It's not as though the Robinsons haven't caused me enough heartache. First there was Scott's wretched article.
All right, Nell, what do you want me to do?
Talk to Paul. Make him see reason. I'm invaluable to that hotel. They need me.
If I talk to him, will you sit still?
I shan't move a muscle.
Well, I can't promise anything. You realize that?
We'll need that audio-visual gear set up before they arrive.
That's taken care of?
And those extra chairs brought in for the conference room?
Yep, that too.
Great. Things are taking shape then. Gail, thanks for all the help you've done this weekend.
All part of the service. A happy bunch of travel agents makes for a happy convention.
Makes for a lot of extra business directed our way. I like it.
Ah, yes, I can almost hear those cash registers ringing in your ears.
Now. Let's keep this cynicism down to a healthy level. I tell you what, though, good morning's work deserves a special treat for lunch. Got time?
Well, I'm working on a Sunday, aren't I? Let's just say my diary's not entirely full.
Good. Because Dean assures me that this lunch is fit for kings. But first, I think we should just go through the supply list again.
No need. Mrs. Mangle did a very thorough job before she left.
That's what I paid her for.
It's what you could still be paying her for if I could be that blunt.
You? Blunt? We are talking about the same Gail Lewis, aren't we?
Sorry, Paul. I know it's none of my business.
It's none of your business.
And I know you're not interested in my opinion.
I'm not interested in your opinion.
But I really do think you should reconsider. She obviously did a damn good job at Lassiter's.
You know, when you've finished here, you've got a great job going for you with the diplomatic corps.
Seriously, Paul, I know the woman's a painful busybody and I know she did the wrong
She was extremely disloyal, Gail. Look, selling that story to Disclosure magazine could have ruined me professionally and privately. Not to mention the damage it could have done to this company.
You're saying I should button my lip and get back to work.
Gail, button your lip and get back to work.
Now, how did I know you were going to say that?
Okay, it's 20 minutes. Time to turn.
Ah, sun, boys. Give me some more of them golden rays.
I think I've died and gone to heaven.
Just think it all ends tomorrow. I'm gonna have to get back into the swing of studying again.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Do you guys mind? Us girls came here for a bit of peaceful relaxation. It's too hot to relax. Me too. I'll race you to the water.
Tell you what, mate, there's worse ways to spend a Sunday. Yep. We better keep an eye on our clothes if we go for a swim. Remember what happened last time?
Now remind me, Charlene and Kylie had a really good laugh, didn't they?
I suppose it's pretty funny at the time.
We weren't laughing at the time. I recall we're both pretty cheesed off. Stranded, in the water, with nothing to wear.
Then we run around in that blanket looking for a telephone.
Right, you still see it's funny?
No way.
Hey, you know how Gran's always going on about two wrongs don't make a right?
Yeah.
I feel it'd be really, really, really petty to do something to Charlene just to get even, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Real petty.
let's do it.
Jim! You all right? What the hell happened?
They ran me off the road. My leg. Oh, I think it's broken. Oh. Get some help, Des.
No way, mate. I can't leave you like this. Just look at it.
Oh!
It's gonna need a splint, mate.
No time for that. Get an ambulance. The telephone box, mate.
Yeah. Okay. I'll be as quick as my... You got food?
Yeah.
Water?
Yeah.
Okay, mate, just hang on, okay?
Right, hurry, Des.
All right? Yeah.
Hurry.
Okay. All right, go.
That woman is unbelievable. Whew, peace and quiet at last.
We're talking about Mrs. Mangle, I take it.
Oh, yes. As a subject for an artist, she's a terrific advertisement for photography. Honestly, she fidgets, she complains, and that voice drones on and on and on like a bandsaw.
Steady on, Helen.
Oh, I'm sorry, I just couldn't take it any longer.
You just walked out?
I politely explained that I had another appointment.
Smart thinking. You like it? It's one of my new maternity
yes,
outfits.
Very smart.
Well, it's certainly cheaper than buying them. Anyway, half the dresses you see look like tents.
Yes, it was difficult to find anything flattering, I remember. Still, you've got a long way to go yet.
Do you think we're jumping the gun?
Not if it makes you happy. Though they do say that maternity is an eternity.
Glad you came over, Helen. Feeling a bit flat today, especially with Des out doing his Tarzan impression.
Yes. He and Jim were keyed up this morning, weren't they? I wonder who will win.
Does it matter? One of us is going to be nursing a bruised ego. I'm making Des a pavlova just in case.
I'm making Jim some macaroni cheese.
Well, whatever the outcome, at least we'll eat well.
Here they come.
Hey, what's all this?
I thought that would have been pretty obvious, actually.
Yeah, it's a hole. What's it for?
Well, that's our business, right, mate?
Yeah, it's sort of a surprise.
This is going to be unreal.
What's so unreal about digging a hole in the sand?
Nothing. Look, why don't you two go to the shop? I got some money in my boardies.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Take your time, guys.
Not until you guys tell me and Jane what's going on. Yeah.
Nah, you'd be too chicken.
Chicken? Too chicken to do what?
Nah, forget it, Charlene.
Well, what do? Get in the hole.
Yes, but...
And then what happens?
Well, look, I told you, it's just a waste of time.
Anything you guys can do, I can do too. You tell him, Charlene.
All right, big mouth. Hop in.
Okay. Now what?
And perhaps a little drop of Chardonnay?
Paul, there's so much. I don't know where to start.
Yeah, Dean sort of got carried away, didn't he? I asked him for an intimate lunch for two.
Intimate?
Intimate as in small, private, or discreet.
Oh, that kind of intimate.
Salad?
Thanks. You're not used to this, are you? Being with a girl without planning your next 3 moves ahead.
Gail, we're friends. That's the way we want it, isn't it?
It must be a novel experience for you.
Terrific. I organised this fabulous lunch, and that's the thanks I get.
Oh, you know I'm only teasing. Jeremy had virtually no sense of humour. I'm indulging myself.
Well, indulge yourself in that instead.
This is nice.
Yeah, it's Dean's special dressing. He won't tell me what's in it.
No, I meant being with you. Company. Being friends.
Yeah, I guess it is.
You ever get lonely?
Doesn't everyone?
That's not what I asked.
Sometimes.
Me too.
Then perhaps this arrangement has a future after all. Well, 2 equally bitter and twisted human beings decide to throw all caution to the wind and enter headlong into a mad, passionate friendship.
To a passionate friendship.
Here, here.
Now I think I know how Marie Antoinette must have felt.
Can you move?
Are you kidding? This sand weighs a ton. I think my leg's gone to sleep.
Excellent, excellent.
Well, come on, guys. He said this was supposed to be funny.
Oh, I think it's funny.
Yeah, and I think it's funny too.
Well, so what happens now? Burying her in the sand's a bit childish.
Well, I don't know. I mean, we can do a lot more childish things than that. What do you reckon, mate?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
You see, once upon a time, Scott and I decided to go to the beach.
And Charlene and Kelly decided to play this practical little joke on us.
Scott, get me out of here.
Well, they nicked off with our clothes while we went skinny dipping, didn't they, mate?
Didn't come back for hours.
No.
Jane.
Come on, guys, you've had your fun. We can't just leave her in there.
Oh, we intend to do a lot more. You ready, Scott?
Oh, yeah.
What's that for?
It's a honey sandwich. Oh, and I remember reading somewhere they said that honey's supposed to be really good for the complexion. There.
Cut it out, Scott. Would you let me go?
No, not yet.
Jane, do something!
Ready?
Oh, just a little bit more around the ears.
Scott Robinson, you better have life insurance on. Get meat after this!
Dead meat. That reminds me, we haven't fed Bouncer yet, have we? Hang on, better do that now. Just... Bouncer. Here we go. Look, look. There we go. Wait, look. That's it.
Oh, no.
Rotten mongrel!
Are you okay?
Do I look okay?
You look like you want to kill someone very slowly and very painfully.
Good, because that's just what I would like to do.
Where's Bouncer?
I don't know, probably lying under a tree somewhere, sleeping off lunch, I guess.
Yeah, I reckon all that licking must have taken a lot out of him.
No one thinks you're funny, Scott. Just get in the car and drive.
Oh, come on, you got me back.
Well, I'd rather be dunked than covered in sand and honey.
What's the matter? Can't you take a joke?
I am tired and filthy and I want to go home now.
Yourself.
It's pretty fired up, mate.
Don't let them get to you. It's just what they want. Why don't you come back to my place for lunch? You'll feel a lot better.
I'll feel better, all right.
Just you wait.
James Beck.
When are they coming, mate?
Sorry, mate. Those rotten mongrels tore the phone apart. Must have gone straight back.
The car?
They got to it too. Let the air out of the tyres, ripped out the wiring, took the distributor cap. Thought I'd better come straight back here. There's nothing I could do. Take it easy, mate.
Yeah, but look. You're gonna have to go to this main road here, mate. About 10 kilometres.
10? And the rest? It's all through bush.
Well, it's 30 kilometres by road, Des. Please. Please hurry.
All right. Just take it easy. Look, I'll be as quick as I can. It's a promise, mate.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, Des.
Okay?
You know, you might look back on this one day and decide it was funny. Well, I don't mean funny exactly. I mean, you might think
I thought they were so clever.
Oh, come on, Charlene. You played a joke on them and they got you back.
Easy for you to say. And you weren't the one stuck in the sand. I'll have to wash this again when I get home. They'll get theirs.
Charlene? Oh, Jane, you might have told me you were expecting a guest for lunch. Oh, and you know how I feel about you carting food into the living room.
It's only a sandwich, Nan.
I really should go, Jane. Thanks for lunch and the shower.
There. Bye-bye.
Lunch and shower? What is this, a ladies' refuge? What's wrong with the Mitchell's own shower?
Charlene had a shower here when we came home from the beach. It's no big deal, Nan.
It would be if you had to pay for the hot water. We had an electricity bill just last week. And I suppose you've used the last of the bread. Well, it's just as well I bought some more.
I do pay board, Nan.
A drop in the bucket. Our financial situation is critical, Jane. Do you know how much these few things cost? Over $20. The corner shops got so expensive. I just can't keep up with our overheads.
Well, then I'll write to Mum.
You do nothing of the sort. I'm not a charity case.
Well, neither am I. You've looked after me all this time. That wasn't charity, was it?
No.
Well, then it's only fair that Mum helps now.
It's not for discussion, Jane. You will not involve your mother, and that is final.
Hi, finished washing the car?
Yep.
So tell me, how was the beach?
Oh, it was the best, wasn't it? The best.
I know that sneaky look on your face, Scott. What happened?
Oh, well, Daph, it's a long story. Oh, come on, Scott, don't be modest. Tell Daph what you did. We played a practical joke on Charlene.
At the beach?
Well, it was more like in the beach, wasn't it? You see, we buried her up to here in sand and Scott put honey all over her face. And then we let Bouncer lick it all.
Oh, yuck, that's awful. Charlene must have been furious.
She was. She didn't say anything for about 10 minutes afterwards.
Now, you're lucky she didn't knock your block off.
Oh, she tried, let me tell you. That's how come I got so soaked. We had a bit of a tussle. You know what? She almost drowned me. I couldn't believe it.
It was lucky it wasn't Des she was trying to drown. I just found out he can't swim.
You're joking.
Mm-mm. Poor Des. So embarrassed he's kept it a secret all this time. So I think it's about time someone gave him a few lessons.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tough assignment, isn't it?
Mm. That's why I thought it might be good coming from a friend. How about it, Mike?
Sure, I don't mind.
Thank you. Now all we have to do is be tactful, you know how sensitive Des is.
Mm.
He's going to be pretty tired tonight, that's for sure.
Damn.
Everybody needs good neighbors with a little understanding. You can find the perfect blend. Neighbors should be there for one another. That's when good neighbors become good friends.
Where's Des? He's not back from the run yet. Remember, he went with Jim.
Yeah, so I did. Oh, I had a bad dream. I don't remember much of it, but I was really worried about Des. Hope he's all right.
Dad wouldn't let Des get into any trouble, Daph.
No, you've got it wrong, Scott. You see, Des wouldn't let your dad get into any trouble. You'll be okay, Daph. About the worst that could happen will be a few blisters, I reckon.
I still can't figure out why you're so steamed up. Now, what about the time Mike and Scott took you to the beach and you nicked off with their clothes?
Well, that was different. Scott didn't end up with half a truckload of sand in his hair.
I'd rather have a bit of sand in my hair than be stuck on the beach starkers.
Well, all I can say is if Scott reckons what he did to me makes us quits, he's in for a big shock.
Henry, please, I just polished that table this morning.
I'm not hurting it.
Well, they may not worried about scratch tables in jail, but I'll thank you to take more care round here.
Righto, righto. What's got you so crabby anyway?
Oh, I don't know. I just feel at loose ends today.
Why don't you go around and see Harold? Reckon that'd cheer you up.
Yeah, he could probably do with a break from old Mangle.
If he wants to see me, he can stir his stumps and come over here.
Well, he's not about to do that in a hurry, is he? Not after the way you got stuck into him yesterday.
Yes, I suppose I was a bit hard on him.
Too right you were. So go and see him, make up. You'll feel better.
Henry, I do not intend to go over the road and apologise to Harold with Mrs. Mangle lurking behind the door listening to every word. Oh. I think I might go and have a lie down. I'll have a good read. Maybe that'll do the trick.
Stubborn little thing, isn't she?
Well, Harold's just as bad. It wouldn't hurt him to make the first move. I don't know how they got on when they were younger. Look, you heard what Mum said about the table. Now, come on, make yourself useful and help me think of a way to get Scott back.
Oh, no, count me out.
Oh, come on, Henry. If you were me, how would you get back at him? And don't tell me you wouldn't, because I know you better than that.
Okay. What's he got that he values most?
Me.
Besides you. What about that old bomb he calls a car?
Scott, if you don't move that map, it's liable to end up as part of my exhibition. Please, Scott, I have to get this finished.
Gran, don't you get bored pottering around the house all weekend?
Pottering? It just so happens I rather enjoy pottering.
Yeah, but, well, you don't really get out much these days, do you? Well, I mean, most people your age sort of like going for drives in the country and stuff like that.
You're offering to take me for a drive. No, thank you. I know you think I may be entering my twilight years, but there's still a bit of life in the old girl yet.
All the more reason you should be out enjoying yourself. Look, come on, Gran, how about it? I will not do more than 60 k's, honest, okay? And they say that it's really nice around here at this time of the year. See? Just there.
Oh, what a coincidence. That's not far from where your father and Des are doing their run.
Is it? Oh, yeah, so it is. Well, I guess while we're up that way, we can make a bit of a detour just to see who's winning.
No, Scott, you heard what your father said. No spectators.
Well, that doesn't mean us. We're family.
It means everyone. Now, I want you to promise me that if you do go for a drive, you'll stay away.
Okay. Be wasting good petrol anyway. Dad's bound to be winning.
I hope so.
Now, you better watch this. It's been known to whiz itself right off and splatter chocolate icing all over the walls.
Thanks, Helen. Don't know what's wrong with mine. I'll get Des to have a look at it when he gets back. If he's not too tired.
Oh, I hope he's not too tired to eat his pavlova after all the trouble you've gone to making.
Gran, have you seen that car polish Mr. Lewis gave you? G'day, Daph.
Hi, Scott.
I think it's on the shelf in the garage.
No, I've looked. It's not there. Look, it must be inside somewhere, I guess. Daph. How you feeling?
Oh, I'm fine, thanks. I gave Scott and Mike quite a fright for yelling out in my sleep. Had a bit of a nightmare about Des.
Brought on by worrying about the run, no doubt.
I can't help feeling uneasy about it, Helen. The sooner Des and Jim get back, the happier I'll be.
Interesting, isn't it? When I was pregnant with Anne, I had some terrifying nightmares. I put it down to indigestion. I had insatiable cravings for gherkins.
Like me and my pickled onions.
Oh, here it is. Dad must have had it. Oh, hold a sec. G'day.
Scott Robinson?
Yeah, that's me.
Sign here.
What's all this about, huh?
Well, the old bomb outside. It's yours, isn't it?
Listen, mate, if you're talking about that hot car that's parked out the front, yeah. Yeah, it's mine, of course it is.
Well, here's your cheque. It's only worth $50 as scrap.
Who said I wanted to be scrapped?
Well, me wife took the call. Hurry up, sign here. Me partner's hitching it up to the truck now.
Oh, what? Hey, mate, leave my car alone. Hey!
I wish I had some binoculars. I'd love a close look at his face.
You won't need 3 guesses to work out who rang for the tow truck.
That'll teach him to play jokes on me. He's looking up here.
You feel better now?
Heaps. You're a genius, Henry.
What are you two up to?
Nothing, Mum. Hey, you look nice. You're going to see Harold, aren't you?
No, I am not. I'm going to phone him and ask him over for dinner. That way we can have a nice, quiet conversation without Mrs. Mangle hanging on every word.
It looks like we'd better make ourselves scarce, Lenny.
You'll do no such thing, either of you.
Yeah, you're right. Might look a bit obvious if we're not around.
I want you to stay because Harold happens to like the pair of you, goodness knows why. Anyway, you can keep him talking while I make the dinner.
Oh, we'll do that, Mum. How hard is it to whip up a salad?
That'll be him now. He's ready to grovel for forgiveness.
Hello?
Talk about a short apology.
Well, I don't know what that was all about. It wasn't Harold, but I think it was Scott. He said, tell Charlene, very funny.
Did you sort it all out?
Yes, eventually, and I'm going to kill Charlene when I see her.
She organised it, did she?
To pay you back for what you did to her at the beach?
What did you do to her at the beach?
We just buried her in the sand, that's all.
And the rest. I wouldn't have seen the joke, I can tell you.
Daphne, she was asking for it.
Well, it seems to me that right now she's probably saying the same thing about you.
Gran, those 2 tow truck drivers were all set to take my car to the wreckers. It was lucky I was around to stop them. Now, if that is Charlene's idea of a joke, well, she's got a pretty warped sense of humour, hasn't she?
Well, don't get so worked up about it.
Your car has just been saved from being crushed to the size of a matchbox.
She is not going to get away with it, Grant. There is no way. I mean, how would she like it if I put vegetable oil in her shampoo or set her up with a non-existent job interview, hey? How would she like that? Hey, that's not such a bad idea, you know.
Oh, no, you don't, Scott Robinson. No more practical jokes. What with the relay race and Des and Jim running their grudge match out in the wilderness, Ramsay Street's had enough derring-do to last it for years.
Come on, you'll be all right. Just in, I'll ride out for an ambulance. Should be in a jiffy. What's your name?
Jim Roberts. Good old Des. I knew we'd get through.
Who's Des?
We were running together.
He went to get help. He's all right, is he?
Yeah, well, I'm afraid I haven't seen your friend, sir. Look, you just lie still and I'll organise a search party for your mate. I'll get back to you.
Oh, Harold, they're lovely.
Mrs. Mangle's prize blooms. Well, I hope she didn't see me pinch them.
You'll never hear the end of it if she finds out they were for me.
Oh, no, there's no need to be uncharitable. Anyway, she's not such a bad old stick.
How you going, Harold?
Charlene, Henry, nice to see you both.
Have some punch. We made it specially. Non-alcoholic.
Thank you.
They're beautiful, aren't they? Wasn't that nice of Harold, Mum?
Yes, very. Well, I suppose I better put them in some water.
We'll do that. Look, you two sit down and have a chat. We'll look after dinner. Just relax and enjoy yourselves.
Oh, thank you, dear.
Thank you.
Well, I
about
suppose... Oh, Harold, I'm sorry. After you.
No, ladies first.
Well, I'd like to apologise for being so irritable with you yesterday. After all, the bike race wasn't a life-and-death situation. It all seems rather silly looking back.
I have to agree. And if you don't mind me saying so, Madge, a bad temper doesn't suit you.
While we're on the subject of character analysis, Harold, I'd like to point out that loyalty is one of those things that one should be able to take for granted in one's close friends.
You have my complete and undivided loyalty.
Then would you explain why you took Mrs. Mangle's side yesterday?
I wasn't taking anyone's side.
It certainly looked like it from where I was standing.
Madge, you didn't listen to me yesterday, and you're not listening
Hurry it
to
up,
me
will you,
now.
Lenny?
Not
Mum's
yet,
going to
and
start
I
throwing
did
things
listen, and I
any
am
second.
listening.
One plate of diversion tactics coming right up.
It was important
Brace yourself,
to
kid.
me.
I don't think so.
I think we may be in for a stormy night.
Now, you're just going to have to disguise your voice somehow, okay? Look, I'll do it myself, Mike, but, you know, she twigged straight away.
Scott, why do you have to bring me into this anyway?
My car almost ended up in the scrap heap thanks to Charlene.
Look, I realise it was a dirty trick, but I mean, think about it. If you play another trick on her, she's just going to think of something worse. The whole thing will get out of hand.
That is her problem, okay? Now, listen, when you phone her, just tell her that you heard she was looking
Scott,
for...
I'm
That
not...
is all.
Scott, leave me out of it, right?
Scott, your father's had an accident. That was the police. It seems that he slipped and hurt himself somehow. He was lucky to be found. They've taken him to the hospital.
What happened?
They don't know. He wasn't in any condition to talk very much.
What about Des? Is he all right?
Well, I don't know. Apparently he went off to get help for Jim, and no one's laid eyes on him since.
Oh, hell. Has anyone told Daph yet?
Well, I explained that she was pregnant and asked if we could avoid telling her anything until we have some definite news. I don't want to alarm her unnecessarily.
Yeah, don't worry, probably just got lost somehow. They'll find him, mate. Don't
What if
worry.
they don't? I mean, if he doesn't turn up tonight, Daph will be in a real panic, won't she?
Well, if he's not home by then, we'll have to tell her. But in the meantime, I think it's best that we don't mention it. Well, I think I'd better go to the hospital. Perhaps by the time I get there, Jim will be up to telling me what happened. Oh, Scott, where's that overnight bag that you had when you went to the hospital?
It's under my bed, I think.
Poor old Des, huh?
Yeah. I think Gran's right, though. And not say a word to Daphne until we know, okay?
Yeah. I don't want to be the one to tell her that Des is missing.
Wonder if the baby will turn out to be as big a Pavlova freak as Des. Des always likes to lick these, but seeing he's not here.
No, thanks, Daph.
Mike, have you been arguing with Scott?
No.
Well, what's wrong? You've been moping around ever since you got back from the Robinsons. You worried about starting uni?
Of course not. I'll get it.
Hi, Mike.
Hi.
Hey, I was wondering if you've seen Scott today.
Before or after you decided to have his car towed away?
He told you. Was he mad?
Furious.
Hi, Charlene. Hi. Hey, do you hear what I did to Scott? Several times over.
He's going to get you back, you know.
You can try, but I won't be dumb enough to fall for anything.
I think it was pretty funny, don't you?
Yeah, don't you?
No, not as Scott.
Daff, if you were me, would you let Scott get away with what he did to me at the beach? What sort of answer do you want? The responsible adult type or the truth? See?
I still think what you did was stupid.
Well, you're next, Mike, so I'll think of something really intelligent for you, okay?
Look, I wouldn't bother Charlene. I'm not in the mood for jokes.
You're no fun. I better get home anyway. Harold's over for dinner. I've left Henry trying to keep the peace.
Oh, hold on. I'll walk with you. I want to take this back to Helen.
Oh, look, I'll do it, Daph.
That's all right, Mike. I can do it.
I don't mind.
Mike, what has got into you?
Nothing.
See ya.
Gran, he won't need half that stuff. He can only wear one pair of pyjamas at a time.
Well, we don't know how long they're going to keep him in there, and I'm not going to unpack it now.
Well, come on, are you ready?
Yes, I just have to lock up. Oh, no. Come in, Daphne. Not a word.
No.
Thanks for this.
How did the pavlova turn out?
A bit on the crumbly side, but Des won't notice. You haven't heard from Jim, have you?
Or should I?
Well, it's just... I thought Des would have called me when he'd finished the run. And they would have been finished by now, surely. I guess he'll turn up when he's ready. Scott, you don't know what's worrying Mike, do you? He's been really edgy this afternoon.
No, he seemed all right to me.
Oh, it must be this competition between Des and Jim. It's making everyone a bit twitchy.
I hope this is the last of it.
I'm sure it will be.
Thanks again. Bye.
See you, Daph.
I hope Mike doesn't give anything away.
Gran, don't you think you should say something to Daph?
No, we'll wait until we see your father. He might tell us what's happened. I don't want her upset unless it's absolutely unavoidable.
Oh, they look delicious. No, but I really shouldn't. I won't have any room left for dinner.
Go on, Harold. I made these just for you.
All right.
Your game?
Hmm?
No, thanks. Knowing Charlene, she probably covered them with sneezing powder or something.
Don't worry, Harold. I just do things like that to Scott. Hey, did Mum tell you about the great trick I played on him?
Yes, I did, and neither of us was very amused.
Come off it, Mum. It's all clean, harmless fun. Keeps me off the streets.
No, your mother's right, Charlie. These things have a bad habit of backfiring. Now, I remember an incident when I was in the army. National service was compulsory in those days.
I'm glad they abolished it. It'd be worse than prison, I reckon.
Well, I don't know. It didn't do me any harm. I was young, stupid. My best friend, he was exactly the same. We did our Nasho together. Anyway, we're on leave in a country town. And I bet him that he wouldn't have the courage to walk down the main street in his... in his underclothing. Anyway, he did.
Big deal.
Oh, it was a very big deal in those days, wasn't it, Harold?
Certainly was. The townsfolk were shocked. One old lady even fainted. Anyway, military police came along and arrested him. He was in all sorts of trouble, just because of me.
Well, you should learn a lesson from that, Charlene. Practical jokes can backfire badly. More fruit punch, Harold.
Thank you, Madge.
Mrs. Daniels, any word? Is Mr. Robinson all right?
Well, he has a broken leg and he's suffering from a mild case of exposure. But at the moment, he's more concerned about Des.
Why? What's happened?
Well, we still don't know very much, but apparently he had to cut across country to get help.
Oh, it looks like he's lost then, doesn't it?
I've already spoken to the police. They're going to keep searching as long as it's light.
Mike, who's at the door?
It's just Mrs. Daniels, Daph. Be in a sec. We're going to have to tell her. She's already pretty worried.
Yes, I know. And I promised the police that I'd see to it. You'll have to back me up. It isn't going to be easy.
Oh, hi, Helen. Would you like some pavlova? I'm sure there'll be plenty left when Des finally decides to come home.
Oh, no, thanks, Daphne. There's been an accident. Jim had a fall. He's in hospital. It's not too bad. He'll be home in the morning.
Oh, that explains it. Poor Jim. I just wish Des had called to tell me.
Well, Des isn't with Jim. You see, he went for help. He's still missing.
He'll be okay. He's probably just got lost or something, yeah?
No. It's worse than that. Something awful's happened to him. I know it has.
Neighbours, everybody needs good neighbours with a little understanding. You can find the perfect blend. Neighbours should be there for one another. That's when good neighbours become good friends.
It's probably nothing. He'll be fine.
I hope you're right. How could he have got lost?
Well, apparently there were some vandals in the area, and they not only demolished the public telephone box, but they wrecked Des's car as well. Jim thinks that they were the larrikins that ran him off the road. That's how he got hurt in the first place?
Look, Des had to cut across country. He was worried about Mr. Robinson. He probably thought it was the quickest way to get help.
So you knew about this, did you?
Well, we didn't want to upset you till we knew what was happening.
How could either of you have done that? I had a right to know.
Well, of course you did, but we were worried about you, and at that stage we didn't know that he was missing. We thought he'd turn up somewhere.
He could be anywhere. He's got no sense of direction at all. Jim should never have allowed him to go off on his own.
Didn't have much choice, had a broken leg.
I'm sorry, Helen. I just didn't stop to think.
Oh, that's right. You're just anxious about Des.
Look, Daph, the police are searching in the area now.
And they know which way he went. So, he should turn up shortly. Do you think we should notify Eileen? Would you like me to ring her?
Oh, if you wouldn't mind. I don't think I could face Eileen at the moment.
Try and take it easy. All this worrying won't be any good for the baby. You know?
I can't help it. Mike, what are we going to do if something's happened to Des?
You know, I think I'm getting quite good at cooking vegetarian style. Of course, most of my recipes are fairly easy to adapt.
It might be good for Harold. It's definitely not my go. I'm a carnivore from way back.
Yeah, me too. What's this in ours, Mum? Lamb?
I'd say so. Madge, did you cut these vegetables with the same knife that you used on the meat and on the same board?
Oh, I suppose so. Oh, surely you can't tell.
I'm afraid I can. I'm sorry. You've gone to an awful lot of trouble, but I cannot eat this.
Harold, don't you think you're carrying this a bit far?
A lot of people would say so, but I've got a very delicate palate. The slightest hint of meat and I'm nauseous.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Mum, you eat. I'll fix Harold a salad.
Well, thank
Thanks,
you, Charlene.
dear.
That's most appreciated. I didn't mean to upset you, Madge. This is very embarrassing. Perhaps I should have explained.
Yes, perhaps you should have.
I just didn't think of it, that's all. A lot of people have separate cutlery to use on meats. Mrs. Mangle does.
That figures.
Right, I'm on my way. I'll see you in a sec. Scott's getting the car out. We're going up there.
Oh, Mike, do you think that's wise? I mean, the police are trained for this sort of thing. You might only get in their way.
Oh, at least I feel like I'm doing something.
I'm coming with you. I want to be there behind him.
Daphne,
What do
no.
you mean, no? You'll need me.
Des would want you to be safe at home.
It's pretty rough country, Daph. Honestly, you'd be better off here.
And they might find him before the boys get there.
Look, I'll ring as soon as this word, okay?
Cheer up. They'll find him soon, I'm sure. He'd have to cut through Carter's Creek. And apparently there are only two places that are easy to cross.
Carter's Creek? That's pretty deep, isn't it? Helen, Des can hardly swim. He hates the water.
Well, he's probably turned back by now.
No, he wouldn't. Not if he knew Jim was badly hurt and was counting on him to get help. He'd try and get across somehow.
Daphne? Daphne, have you heard anything? Is Desmond all right? Oh, how could you let him run around like that, for heaven's sake?
Stop it. Daphne had nothing to do with Des getting lost.
I know, it's just that I'm so frightened.
So am I.
Don't worry, Daphne. We'll see this through together.
My, that cake looks delicious, Madge.
Thank you, Harold. I do hope it's up to scratch.
I'm sure it will be. Mum makes terrific fruitcake.
Thank you, dear.
Very nice. Tell me, did you get the dried fruits locally?
At the supermarket. Why? Is there something wrong?
No, I was just thinking. When I open the shop, I might be able to save you a few pennies. We'll be selling dried fruit, nuts, cherries, peel, all that sort of thing.
Yeah? Is there a market for that junk round Erinsborough?
Everyone's into health and fitness these days. You'll be flat out feeding all the trendies.
Oh, I won't complain. In fact, there might even be some part-time work for you two, if you like.
Yeah, it will be, you know, won't we, Henry?
Harold, you mustn't feel obligated to offer Henry and Charlene jobs.
We'll need somebody in the shop when you're not there. I mean, after all, you'll need your free time to do some shopping and housework and all that, won't you?
But, Harold, I have my job at the waterhole to consider.
Of course you do. But you'll be free of all that once we're married, won't you?
Where's that boy of mine? He could be dead for all we know.
That sort of talk doesn't help, Eileen.
But anything could have happened to him. He could have been caught on a snag, he could be trapped by a rock if he tried to swim the creek.
I'm sure Des is far too sensible to do anything so silly. Now, why don't we do something? Take our minds off all this.
I don't see how we could. All I can see is poor Desmond lying face down in Carter's Creek. Never going to see my boy again.
Stop it! Why don't you just shut up?
Oh, it's almost a lost art these days, letter writing. But I must insist that you don't trouble your mother with our difficulties.
Oh, no, Nan, it was a letter to Nikki.
Oh, how lovely. The friends you make in childhood are with you throughout your days. Would you take a moment to check these figures? Oh, it'll be a very close thing, but I think we can just manage it. It's a slight loss of prestige to have to go back to being a lollipop lady after being housekeeper at Lassiter's, but beggars can't be choosers.
Nan, you've made a mistake with the figure for the mortgage repayment. It's much higher than this.
Yes, I know, but we have enough equity in the house to make refinancing a possibility. I thought I'd show these figures to Mr. Clarke. I'm sure he'd like our business back.
Well, if the bank agrees, it might work, I suppose. Doesn't leave us very much to live on, though.
We're saving a good deal on meat and such. Oh, it's a godsend Mr. Bishop's a vegetarian.
Yeah, he has helped us through a rough patch. Although we can't really count on him staying permanently. Well, everyone knows he's keen on Charlene's mum. If they get married, he'll move in with her.
Oh, dear. I hadn't considered the possibility of losing him like that.
I'm just not sure about quitting my job at the Waterhole.
Why not, for heaven's sake?
Well, that job's been very good to me. In a funny sort of way, it's taught me a lot about myself.
But, Madge, you've never been one for alcohol. I thought you'd hate being forced to serve it day after day.
Oh, 6 months ago, if you'd said that, I would have been the first to agree with you. But, you see, I've loosened up a lot, and I'm certainly more independent.
You have changed. You used to be such a vulnerable young girl. I just wanted to look after you.
And I wanted to be looked after. Oh, Harold, we've both changed over the years. I think we need to get reacquainted.
She's lying down.
How could she turn on me that way?
Oh, Eileen, she's just as worried about Des as you are. And you didn't help her by carrying on like some prophet of doom.
Well, I can't help it. Desmond is my only child. After his father deserted us, I had to do everything, and now I feel I failed him so miserably.
Oh, Eileen, don't be so upset. Des wouldn't want to see you this way.
Oh, I could just see his face once more. Oh, that'll be the police that come to give us the bad news.
Sit down, Eileen. Oh, Nell.
Oh, Mrs. Daniels, I didn't expect to find you here. Is Mr. Clarke in? I wish to speak to him on a banking matter.
No, he's not at home.
Will he be back soon?
Oh, I'm afraid I don't know when he'll be returning.
Is there something wrong?
No, but thank you for your concern. Everything's quite under control. I'll leave a message for Des. Good night, Nell.
Oh.
Did you have a nice dinner?
Yes, thank you.
Mrs. Mitchell's a great cook, isn't she? Oh, you can change that if you want. I wasn't really watching.
No, it's fine.
Good evening, Mr. Bishop.
Nan, how did you go with Des? Does he think we can refinance the house?
Mr. Clarke wasn't at home. In fact, there's something most peculiar going on over there. Eileen was quite upset.
Well, why? What's happened?
Well, far be it for me to speculate on the lives of my neighbours, but I do believe that Mr. Clarke has left home again.
Oh, Nan, don't jump to conclusions.
I know what I saw with my own eyes. Something is going on.
I'd heard that they'd separated once before, but I thought there was some sort of misunderstanding.
Well, it was too. Des and Daphne are the happiest couple I know.
And you know very little, my girl. Oh, I knew from the very beginning it wouldn't work. They hardly knew each other.
Well, they've been living in the same house for ages before they got married.
You're far too young to understand these things, Jane. You never really know someone until you're married to them.
Yes. People have a tendency to change for all sorts of reasons.
Well, you know what they say. Marry in haste, repent at leisure.
I needed that.
You know, you two are worse than Scott and me. 1 minute it's all on, the next it's off. Now, if you don't get your act together, you're going to blow the whole thing.
Maybe that's what I'm trying to do.
Oh, get off. You've done nothing but rave about what a top bloke Harold is for weeks.
And you want to get married again, don't you?
Now, that, Charlene, is a $64,000 question.
But I thought he was just what you always dreamed of. Stable, responsible, serious.
Overprotective, chauvinistic, set in his ways.
Come on, Mum. Nobody's perfect. What do you want out of life, anyway?
I don't exactly know at the moment. Oh, look, I know he's a wonderful man, but if I hear one more word about his virtues, I think I'll scream.
We're only trying to help.
Yes, I know you are, both of you, and I love you for it. But this is something I've got to work out for myself. See you in the morning.
No,
Night.
Do you reckon we're overdoing this? I don't know how keen I am on learning to call Harold Daddy.
If you want the truth, neither do I. I think she loves him, even if she won't admit it. And anyway, we're only doing it for...
For her own good.
Michael, any news?
Nothing. They've called off the search till daylight. Where's Daph?
She's lying down. She's exhausted, poor thing.
They got as far as Carter's Creek before it got dark. The sergeant said they want to start dragging it in the morning.
No!
Daphne, dear, you must eat something.
I can't.
Michael?
No, thanks, Mrs. Clarke.
Shouldn't you be getting ready for uni?
Well, I thought I'd stay here, keep you company till Des gets back.
Oh.
Hi, Paul.
Any news yet?
No, there's nothing. How's Jim?
Worried about you. Oh, we all are.
Thanks. It's the waiting that's getting to me. I feel so useless.
Well, I've come to offer some practical assistance. Well, I thought seeing you'd want to be here if there was any news. How about I put one of the girls from Lassiter's in the coffee shop today?
I'd appreciate that, thanks.
Well, Daphne, let me do it. It'll keep me busy, then I maybe will not worry so much about Desmond.
I'm going to go to the office now. How about I give you a lift?
And you'll ring me as soon as there's any news?
Of course I will.
Bye-bye, Michael.
Eileen? I'm sorry I yelled at you last night.
Oh. It's forgotten.
You don't follow those, you go and rest.
No. Mike, don't fuss! Des, where are you?
You'll be okay.
Well, that's 5 good ones. Should get a job out of one of them.
You're an optimist.
Come on, Lenny, you won't get anything unless you try.
I've been trying for months. Nobody wants a girl mechanic.
Good morning.
Morning.
You been on the cooking sherry already, Mum?
Hardly. No, I'm on what you might call a natural high.
You? I suppose it's the first time for everything?
A decision made is as good as a job completed.
Harold.
Yes, I've come to a decision.
Were you going to tell us about it, or are you just going to go around all day grinning to yourself?
After due and careful consideration, I have decided to accept Harold's proposal of marriage.
What happened? Last night, Harold was overprotective, chauvinistic.
Yes, well, that was last night. I've come to the conclusion that I'd quite like a man who knows what he wants from a woman. And I like the idea of being protected for a change. Mind you, it's going to be a long engagement. We need time to get to know each other again.
Well, can I be the first to kiss the bride-to-be? Good on you, Mum.
Move. Good on you, Mum.
Oh, thanks, both of you. Now, cup of tea.
Well, Nan was convinced that Des had left Daphne again. I wish she wouldn't get these ideas.
Well, we probably contributed to her confusion. Daphne didn't want to talk to anyone last night.
Is she okay?
Oh, well, she's frantic about Des, of course, but she's holding up well. Eileen and Mike were still with her, so I didn't feel any need to stay. I'm going to pick Jim up this morning from the hospital, and I think I might spend the rest of the day with him.
Well, I can look after things here until Paul gets in.
All right, will you take the bookings for home, James?
Sure. Oh, and give Mr. Robinson my best, will you?
Oh, yes, I can. Oh, Rob, Gail's at the hotel.
Actually, Mrs. Daniels, it's you I'm looking for. How's that lovely limousine of yours running these days?
Oh, fine, thank you.
A clever lady like you would know how important cost and reliability is. I've come to suggest a new service contract on your car.
Well, I'm perfectly satisfied with the current people.
You haven't seen what I can do yet. I can offer you a very good deal.
Oh, I really think you should discuss any change of arrangements with Paul. I mean, the Daniels Corporation does have a say.
No, I don't reckon he'd bother with anything like this. It's only one car.
Oh, but Paul's investment has increased the fleet to 3.
Yeah? I'll make a point of talking to your grandson. And when he sees what a deal I've got, he'll jump at it. Good to see you, Mrs. Daniels.
Good to see you, Mr. Lewis.
Now, if you need any help at all, just give me a ring and I'll send one of the girls over, all right?
It's very kind, Paul, but I must keep busy. Maybe if I chop onions, no one will notice the tears.
Tears is a toughie. You'll be all right.
G'day, Paul.
Right.
Mrs. Clarke.
Oh, I didn't realise you two had met.
Mr. Lewis is well known in the unit in which I reside, unfortunately.
Mrs. Clarke, you and your sticky-beak cronies have made your position perfectly clear.
And we get no consideration from you, do we?
Look, they're my clothes. I want to hang them on my balcony. I will.
I'm going to be getting back to the office now. Don't forget, give me a ring if you need something.
No, hang on. I want to word with you. You in charge here?
I am.
Black coffee, no sugar.
To take away?
Too right. I've just been talking to Mrs. Daniels. She tells me you're the man to see about the limos. I've got a little proposition for you. You got time to listen over a beer tonight, or are you planning on working back with Gail?
That depends on how much work Gail and I get done today. Look, we're pretty busy trying to organise this convention.
80 cents.
Oi, what about our talk? Here, look, here's $1. Keep the change. Well?
Look, ring my secretary and make an appointment.
Oh, all right if I have to.
Oh, that man. Oh, hello. What are you doing in this den of iniquity?
I'm on my way to Paul's office. I have to speak to him about the lease on that shop. Madge, I did quite a bit of thinking last night.
Yes, so did I.
And what you said about us having changed over the years, well, yes, you were right. And I think it's possibly a good idea if I don't rush into something as permanent as the shop.
Oh, Harold, I'm quite prepared to work in the shop. In fact, the idea of a family business appeals to me. The idea of being a family is very attractive. Full stop. I tell you what, if you're not busy this afternoon, why don't we go shopping for that engagement ring?
Yes, well, maybe it's a bit soon for that, too. Well, you've just been divorced, and perhaps you're still on the rebound, so to speak. Madge, I don't know how to say this.
I think I do. You're not sure if you want to marry me anymore.
I suppose that's it in a nutshell. I'm sorry, Madge.
Daph, why don't you sit down? The shirt's all clean.
Mike, you don't understand. If I do this, it's as if he's going to come out of that bedroom. Say, Daph, where are my clean shirts?
Sort of like a hostage to fate, huh?
Something like that. Hello? Yeah, this is Mrs. Clarke. Oh, thank you, Sergeant. Thank you, bye.
What did they say? Tell me what they said, Dad.
Des tried to swim Carter's Creek. And he nearly drowned but spent the night on a rock. But he's all right. Mike Des is alive. He's safe.
Neighbours, everybody needs good neighbours with a little understanding. you can find the perfect blend. Neighbours should be there for one another. That's when good neighbours become good friends.
Well, there's one thing to be said about that. At least you know where you stand.
Just the same. I wish you wouldn't speak here quite so often.
You're not still embarrassed about his offer to service the limos, are you?
Oh, I am about the way he did it. If Dad was a delegate to the UN, there'd be little piles of radioactive dust where you and I are sitting right now. I just hope you don't think I put him up to it, that's all.
No, it lacked your finesse. In fact, it lacked any finesse for that matter. Anyway, it's worth considering. As far as I've heard, he's a bit of a whiz with cars.
Oh, he is good with cars. It's people he finds a problem.
Well, as far as his offer is concerned, Gal, I'll do what I've done with everyone else. Compare it with the rest. Simple as that.
Money talks, eh?
My favourite language.
Good day, gorgeous.
What do you want?
Just a beer and a smile. I'm a thirsty man with a hungry heart.
No. How poetic.
Just have to settle for the beer by itself then, thanks. That's more like it. Listen, do you think anyone would mind if I left a few of these pamphlets on the bar? You know, for the customers and...
Well, I don't know. Why don't you ask the boss?
Madge.
Oh,
hey, Mr. Lewis.
Hello, Paul. I was just asking your barmaid if...
You two haven't met yet. Madge, this is Rob Lewis. He's Gal's father.
How do you do?
All the better for having met you, love. Yes, I just want to leave a couple on the bar. I'm having a drive on new business.
Tell me about it. Look, I'll make a deal with you. You can leave those here if you do something for me.
I might have known you'd subscribe to that mutual back-scratching stuff. All right, what is it you want?
Well, I'm having a bit of a drive on business myself. Well, things have been a bit quiet here lately.
What, drinkers, you mean?
All your mates drink at the Royal Hotel, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
You reckon you could persuade them into coming around here instead?
I'll give it a go. If you give me free rein with these.
All right. We shake hands or scratch backs?
I don't shake hands, mate. I'm a man of my word.
Quite a character, isn't he?
Yeah, that's one way of describing it. I wouldn't have thought he was your type, though, man.
Really? Just exactly what is my type.
Oh, someone like Harold, perhaps?
Might be change the subject.
Is there something wrong? Well, he came in this morning and cancelled his application to lease the shop.
Harold may be leaving Erinsborough.
I thought something was amiss. Seemed so keen to start with, too.
Yes, didn't he?
Come on, chin up. Can't have you watering down the beer, can we?
All right, mate, give us a ring any time. Rob Lewis, Carew with a grease gun. Listen, I meant to have asked. You had time to consider the other thing, yeah?
Oh, Rob, I haven't had time to scratch myself. Look, I've got a convention due. Why don't you give me a ring next week and we'll discuss it then, eh?
Yeah, OK. Listen, I was thinking of coming back in a while for a counter lunch. You'll still be on duty then?
If you're lucky.
I look forward to it, love.
I'm not your love. Or anybody else's, for that matter.
Oh, Daphne, I am so pleased he is safe. Oh, how awful for him. Has he got clean underwear?
Oh, hello, Miss Lewis. I do hate to be ignored, don't you? I asked Eileen for an iced water 3.5 minutes ago.
I'm sure she won't be long.
There are no problems.
Such a lovely smile. It's a pity a nice girl like you has to work for a tyrant like Paul Robinson.
I wouldn't say he's a tyrant. I enjoy working for him, actually.
Ah, but you're a tenderfoot, really, aren't you? Just wait until you've been savagely retrenched,
All
like
right.
me.
Bye-bye, Daphne. Oh, Gail, I wonder, could you look after the shop for me, please? I have to see Desmond. They found him and he's safe.
Oh, that's terrific, Mrs. Clarke.
Yes, you will help me out, won't you?
Oh, I could only stay for about half an hour and I don't know any of the prices.
Oh, well, they're on the menu, so don't worry about it.
I'd love to help, but I'm
You
really
wouldn't come between a
sorry.
mother and a son she thought she'd lost forever, would you?
Well, seeing you put it that way...
Eileen.
What is it now?
I can take over the shop for you. I'm free this afternoon. I expect to be paid, of course.
Would you? Oh, that's wonderful, you see. I must see Desmond. Thank you.
What happened to him?
Later,
Where's he
Nell.
been all this
Later,
time?
Nell. It's a long
but
story.
People rely on me for information at a time like this. Well...
You all right?
I'm fine, just fine.
Well, I hope you're not going to insist on complete independence. The doctor said that you get lots of rest, and I tend to see that you do.
He didn't mean you had to mollycoddle me to death.
Well, you're not exactly Speedy Gonzales on those crutches, and whether you like it or not, your body has undergone a lot of punishment. Trouble is, you don't realise that.
Trouble is, Lucy's away, and you need some sort of an outlet for your infernal maternal instincts.
Oh. You and Des can thank your lucky stars that you've come out of this little escapade without more damage.
I know. And if it hadn't been for me, Des wouldn't have been in an escapade at all. Daphne would have been spared all the worry.
Yes, well, you're both home safe now. And that's the way Daphne and I would like it to stay. Now, no more talk of long-distance runs, at least until you've recovered from the last one.
I'm going to have to take it easy for a while. I wish you'd stayed in hospital for observation like you were told.
Oh. There was no way I was going to spend another minute in there more than I had to. I just wanted to get home and see you as fast as I could.
Come hell or high water, eh?
Oh, very funny, Dad.
I'm sorry. It's no laughing matter, I know. You must have been scared out of your wits stuck in that creek all night.
No, creek? It was more like a raging torrent to me. I was lucky to find a rock stuck out in the middle. Once I got out of the water, there was no way I was going to get back in it again. So I could reach the other side of the shore. Then it got dark, and that was it. Took me till morning to pluck up the courage to risk it.
I thought you couldn't swim.
Oh, I know how to, technically. I'm just scared to get out of my depth.
Well, I think you're very brave.
You wouldn't have said that if you saw me last night, sitting on that rock, shivering like a leaf.
Yes, I would. You were prepared to go through all that for Jim. It's brave enough for me. Well, come on, let's get you to bed.
You, Desmond! Oh, there you are. I have been out of my mind.
So have I, Mum.
Yes, well, come over here and sit down. I've got you some chicken soup. I stopped by my unit on my way back from the coffee shop. I always keep chicken soup in the freezer. I'll have it heated up for you in just a minute. Hello, Daphne.
My hero.
Oh, hello, Daphne. Preparing for the hungry hordes, I suppose. Isn't it awful? I was just going to have a cup of coffee myself.
Mrs. Mitchell?
What are you doing here?
Eileen was on duty, but she had to rush off. She needed someone capable to fill in. And, of course, she thought of me instantly.
I'm surprised that even your good friend Eileen would consider giving you any responsibility. In fact, I'm surprised you've got any friends left, the way you backstab people.
How dare you, after the way you slandered me to Mrs. Daniels yesterday.
I said nothing that wasn't true.
Mr. Bishop knows the truth about you. I've seen to that, for his own good.
Well, it's high time you realise that you're cutting your own throat.
Poppycock.
For your information, Mrs. Mangle, Harold is reconsidering his decision to stay in Erinsborough. He's already cancelled the lease on the shop.
He said nothing to me.
What are you going to do for money without your job and your star boarder? Serves you right.
Phew, we finally got there. Everything's shipshape.
Yeah, well, I hope Mr. Elliot appreciates the trouble we've gone to.
Look, he'll love it. Leicester's is the perfect place for his convention.
Yeah, from what I hear, though, the guy's a bit of a perfectionist. He's going to want to see the laundry, the bathrooms, the kitchens, everything.
That's a bit over the top, isn't it?
Apparently he's pretty fussy.
Look, I defy anyone to tell me this isn't the most organised hotel they've ever seen. And if Mr. Elliot wants to be picky, I'll just have to turn on my legendary charm.
Modest, aren't we?
You learn to smile a lot when you're an air hostess.
And you do it extremely well, Miss Lewis. I think Mr. Elliot won't fail to be impressed. With you, anyway.
Oh, easy does it, Madge?
Oh, Dean, I'm terribly sorry. I'll top this up for you. Honestly, 5 seconds with that woman and I'm a shattered wreck.
What woman?
Mrs. Mangle. Anyway, at least she doesn't work here anymore. I don't know how you coped with her sniffing around the kitchens all the time.
I didn't. When she started interfering with the food, I complained to Mr. Robinson, but I had no idea you'd give her the sack.
I wouldn't worry about it if I were you.
Yes, but she was pretty hard up for cash from what she used to say.
She's only got herself to blame for being fired. Do you know that she blabbed to some sleazy magazine about Paul's private life? No wonder he hit the roof.
You reckon? Oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't help overhearing. I think the old duck got the rough end of the stick myself.
Thank you for the benefit of your opinion, Mr. Lewis, but you don't know anything about it. She deserved everything she got.
What, for telling stories out of school? If they made that a crime, every woman on this planet would be behind bars. Anyway, my daughter Gail reckons that Mrs. Mangle was one of the best housekeepers that Leicester's ever had. She shouldn't have got the sack at all if her work was all right.
You'll have to excuse me. I've heard enough of this nonsense.
You work here, mate?
Yeah, cordon bleu chef.
Fair dinkum.
Yep.
I'd watch out if I were you. Doesn't seem to be much in the way of job security around here, does there?
There you go.
Thanks.
Now, are you going to eat it up like a good boy, or would you like me to cut it up for you?
I can manage perfectly well on my own, thank you very much.
Oh, shall I go, or do you want to get it? There's Daphne.
Hi.
G'day, Helen.
Good to see you back.
Hi.
You gave us quite a fright there for a while. No, do sit down.
I gave myself quite a fright. How's the leg, mate?
Fine. How are you feeling?
Well, embarrassed. Having to be rescued like that. Wasn't much help to you out there.
Only because someone else found me before you could get help. I thought you were great out there, Des, just great.
It's a lovely feeling to know that you have friends that'll go through all that for you to try and help. But I do hope you intend to spare us any more silly rivalry, you two.
Des is all for that, aren't you, Des?
Yeah.
Oh, don't look at me. I couldn't run if I wanted to. Anyway, I wouldn't put you through it again.
Oh, why not join us for dinner? There isn't a pack of cards in the house, I promise you.
We'd love to.
Oh, let's call it a celebration dinner. Shall we have, roast chicken?
Oh,
Des, are you all right? You don't feel ill, do you? Des?
Elaine's just fed him half a gallon of chicken soup. And he'll be fine by tonight.
You know, the point is, though, mate, that a few of the fundamental rules of trade unionism are being completely overlooked here. You got to learn to stand up for yourselves.
You think so?
I know so. I worked for these big companies for years.
Don't listen to him, Dean. Paul may be a tough businessman, but he's never been anything else but reasonable as far as my employment's concerned.
Which isn't far at all, if you ask me.
Nobody asked you. Nell Mangle had it coming to her.
I'm not so sure about that, Madge. Well, even though we had those arguments about the food supplies, she was only trying to save Mr. Robinson some money.
Of course she was. And look at the thanks she got.
You know, when you think about it, Mrs. Mangle didn't get much of a fair go.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. You, of all people, should know what an old troublemaker she is.
Well, maybe. But a hard-working one just the same. I've got to get back to work. Nice to meet you, Rob.
Likewise, old mate. Thanks for the beers.
You're welcome. See you, Madge.
Bye, Dean. You're a troublemaker, too.
Me? What have I done?
Made trouble for your daughter, probably. Dean was hard enough to get along with anyway without you getting into his ear.
Oh, come on, Madge. I'm not such a bad bloke. What are you doing when you knock off?
Not going anywhere with you, that's for sure.
Oh, you're even more beautiful when you're angry.
Oh, it's you. This is a terribly inconvenient time to call. I was just about to scrub the bath. What do you want?
Hello, Mrs. Mangle. I was very sorry to hear that you lost your job.
Were you indeed?
Yes. Yes, I think Mr. Robinson treated you quite unfairly.
Do you?
I was hoping you might have a minute to discuss it, you know. Worker to worker.
In that case, you'd better come in and make yourself comfortable. Here, Mr. Bartholomew, have one of these. They're not very nice, I'm afraid. But I can't afford the chocolate ones anymore.
I feel terrible about you losing your job.
If I'd only realised what that dreadful reporter was up to. I didn't mean to cause Mr. Robinson any embarrassment.
Of course you didn't, Mrs. Mangle. He had no right to fire you.
He's a hard man. Never mind the fact that I've struggled a lifetime and he's only just beginning his. I bet he can afford any sort of chocolate biscuits he wants.
Oh, I think this is probably one of the most unfair things I've ever heard of.
I do so appreciate your concern, Mr. Bartholomew, especially since we used to be such adversaries?
Oh, no, forget that, Mrs. Mangle. Personal differences shouldn't come into it, and they shouldn't have come into it when you were fired either. I've already spoken to some of that other staff. They're with us all the way, you know.
Really? Oh, I knew they would be.
Well, could be any of our jobs next. In fact, I'm going to see Mr. High and Mighty Robinson right now. See if we can't do something about getting yours back, eh?
Oh, bravo, Mr. Bartholomew.
Well,
bravo.
I'll let you know how I get on. Goodbye, Mrs. Mangle.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Goodbye now.
Bye-bye.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Eileen. Come in.
Nell, wasn't that the chef from Lassiter's?
That's right.
What's going on, Nell?
All in good time. How about a pot of tea and some chocolate biscuits?
I do not believe you. 1 minute you're calling her a meddlesome old boiler, and the next minute you're treating her like the Queen Mother.
She's a defenseless, destitute woman. And she was the best housekeeper you ever had. You couldn't find anything wrong with her work, so you fired her on some stupid pretext.
Pretext?
It's not on, Mr. Robinson. The staff won't stand for it.
Well, the staff can keep the hell out of it. Look, I can hire and fire whoever I want.
I'd like
now,
to
why
remind
don't you go and do something constructive, like the job I pay you to do? Dean, you haven't been in the kitchen all afternoon. Now, Mrs. Mangle's been fired, and that is the end of it.
We'll see about that.
Aren't you worried having Dean on the warpath so close to the convention?
He'll be all right. He's always in here complaining, but he always gets his work done.
Don't you think it would have been wiser to be a little more diplomatic?
No, I do not. Look, when is everyone going to learn that I am the boss here?
Sorry, I spoke.
G'day, Helen.
Rob. We, weren't expecting you.
Heard about Jim's little accident. Thought he could use a bit of the old neck oil and a friendly face to cheer him up.
Yes, well, he hasn't been home long, and the doctor said he has to
Is that
get
you,
some
Rob?
rest.
G'day, matey. Been in the wars?
You could say that. Got through Vietnam without a scratch.
Only physically, mate. We all bear the scars of war.
Well, if you two old war horses will excuse me, I have a dinner party to organise.
No worries. Yeah, mate.
Thanks. What brings you here?
Took the afternoon off, didn't I? They brought Des Clarke's car in the salvo. Yeah, left me a mechanic working on it. Nasty business, that.
Certainly was. The police are trying to find the culprits now.
Yeah, I hope they nail him to the wall. Listen, you don't know that barmaid from Alastas, do you? Madge?
Yeah, I've known her for years. She lives next door, as a matter of fact. Why?
Ah, well, I hope she's nicer to you than what she was to me today. I mean, she's not a bad sort, but she let fly.
She can, but she's usually pretty good. You sure you didn't do something to upset her? Cause a scene at the pub or something?
Me? Never. You know me, mate. I'm no stirrer.
Okay, now I want your critical opinion. How do I look?
That's it. Perfect. Every inch the fastidious businessman.
Good.
Mr. Elliot will take one look at you and demand to sign the dotted line immediately.
Paul, I'm sorry to barge in, but I thought you should know. Dean's been stirring up the staff.
Oh, what's he done now?
Called a stop-work meeting, something about job security. Oh, I didn't go, of course.
When did all of this happen?
About half an hour ago. I would have let you know earlier, but your line was busy and I couldn't get away from the bar till now.
All right, thanks for letting me know, Madge. I'll go and sort this mess out once and for all. Oh, Dean, I want to talk to you.
It's my duty to inform you that the staff has taken a vote. We don't like the way you've dealt with Mrs. Mangle.
Oh, well, you're lucky I don't sack the lot of you. Look, I haven't got time for this, and neither of you. This convention starts tomorrow. Mr. Elliott's going to be here in a few minutes to check things out. Now, why don't you get back to work?
Will you reconsider your decision on Mrs. Mangle?
No.
In that case, we don't care whether you have a convention or not. As from now, the entire Lassiter staff is officially on strike.